Have you ever felt a subtle pressure? A quiet expectation after you've retired, the kind that makes you pause, wondering if the peace you dreamed of is actually slipping through your fingers. It's a painful reality for many of us who enter retirement with visions of independence and freedom, only to find ourselves surprisingly less autonomous than before. We envision days filled with hobbies, travel, and quiet contemplation. Yet sometimes, the reality becomes a never-ending cycle of obligations, often from the very people we cherish most, our children. It's not about love or about not wanting to help, but about a subtle shift in dynamics that can erode your hard-won peace. Many unwittingly give away pieces of their retirement, pieces that are vital for truly enjoying these golden years. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 7 crucial things you absolutely must hold on to after retirement if you want to safeguard your peace, your independence, and truly enjoy this beautiful new chapter of your life. These aren't just practical tips. They're about preserving your very essence and the dream you worked so hard for. Stay with me until the very end, because I promise there's a powerful realization waiting for you. Something that might just change your perspective entirely on how you navigate this precious time. Let's start right away with the first, and often most sensitive, area where independence can quietly slip away: your financial independence, specifically by handing over all your savings or pension. It's a common scenario. Perhaps you've worked your entire life, diligently saving for retirement, and your children, now adults, might suggest they manage your money, or ask for a substantial sum to help with a house deposit, a business venture, or even a personal debt, while your instinct is to help. And it's wonderful to be able to support your family. Giving away full control or a significant portion of your financial cushion can be incredibly risky. It's not about distrusting your children. It's about preserving your own security and dignity. Think about Margaret, a lovely lady I heard about. She had a comfortable nest egg, enough for her needs. Her son, struggling with a new business, convinced her to invest almost all her savings, promising a quick return. Margaret, out of love and a desire to see him succeed, agreed. Sadly, the business failed, and her money was gone. She was left reliant on a small pension and her other children, feeling immense regret and a profound loss of her independence. She could no longer afford the small luxuries that brought her joy, like her weekly bridge game or a visit to her favorite garden center. Her peace of mind was shattered, replaced by anxiety about the future. To avoid this, maintain your own bank accounts and always budget for your own current and future needs first, including unexpected medical expenses. It's absolutely fine to discuss your financial plans with your children, especially if you're planning an inheritance. But the ultimate control and the daily management of your funds should remain with you. If you choose to help them financially, make sure it's a sum you can genuinely afford to lose, without it impacting your own security or lifestyle. Remember, your financial independence is your lifeline to choice and freedom in retirement. Now, closely related to financial independence is another area where many unintentionally give away their freedom: your home and living arrangements. Your home is your sanctuary, your personal space where you set the rules and maintain your routines. Selling your home and giving all the proceeds to your children, perhaps with the understanding that you'll live with them, or simply moving in with them without clear, discussed boundaries, can lead to a profound loss of autonomy. Consider John and Mary. They sold their spacious family home and moved into their daughter's bustling household, believing it would be a warm, supportive arrangement. Initially, it was. But soon, John and Mary found themselves living by someone else's schedule. Their quiet mornings were replaced by the chaos of school runs, their preferred TV shows overruled by children's cartoons, and their need for privacy often went unmet in a crowded home. Mary, who loved to cook, felt like a guest in her own kitchen. John missed his garden and his shed. They felt like they had given away their very identity. Confined to a small corner of a home that wasn't truly theirs, they longed for their old space, their own rhythm, and the ability to simply close their door and be themselves. If selling your home is necessary, ensure you retain enough capital for your own suitable housing, whether that's a smaller flat, an independent living community, or to support your continued lifestyle. If you're considering cohabitation, it's crucial to have very clear, open discussions beforehand. Talk about space, shared expenses, chores, visitors, and lifestyle expectations. It might even be wise to have a written agreement to avoid misunderstandings down the line. Your home, whether it's the one you've always had or a new, more manageable one, is your base. It's where you find comfort, privacy, and control over your environment. And it is truly one of the greatest pillars of your independence, maintaining your personal space. A place where you truly feel at ease and in charge is absolutely paramount to your peace of mind in these golden years. Moving from the physical space of your home, let's talk about the space that's perhaps even more precious and easily encroached upon your daily schedule and personal freedom. Retirement promises abundant time to pursue hobbies, travel, volunteer, or simply relax. However, for many, this newfound freedom quickly gets consumed by the demands of adult children. It can be a subtle creep, a regular request for childcare, an expectation that you'll always be available to run errands, or an assumption that you're free to help with home renovations, doctor's appointments, or school pickups at a moment's notice. While helping your children is part of the joy of being a parent, becoming an on-call service can quickly strip you of your precious time and, consequently, your independence. I know a gentleman, David, who was so excited to spend his retirement pursuing his lifelong passion for photography and volunteering at a local animal shelter. But his daughter, a busy working mother, gradually began relying on him more and more for childcare and various errands. What started as occasional help became a daily expectation. David felt guilty saying no, so he canceled his photography classes, missed volunteer shifts, and found his days dictated not by his desires, but by his daughter's schedule. He became increasingly resentful, feeling trapped, and realized he hadn't taken a single photograph in months, nor had he spent any meaningful time at the shelter. His dreams were fading, overshadowed by a constant sense of obligation. To prevent this, it is essential to establish clear boundaries for your time from the outset. Communicate your availability clearly and consistently. It's perfectly acceptable, and indeed necessary, to say no, or to suggest alternative times or solutions. For instance, instead of dropping everything for a last-minute request, you can say, "I'd love to help, but I have plans that day. How about we look at my availability next week?" Or suggest that they look into alternative arrangements if your schedule doesn't align. Schedule your own joy first. Block out time for your hobbies, your social life, your exercise, and your rest. Treat these commitments with the same importance as you would any other appointment. Your retirement means your time is truly your own, and cherishing that time for yourself is a fundamental part of maintaining your peace and independence. Now that we've touched on financial security, your living space, and the precious commodity of your time, let's delve into something even more personal and critical for your autonomy, your healthcare decisions. While adult children often have your best interests at heart, giving them total control over your medical choices without clear directives from you can lead to feeling unheard, disempowered, or even coerced. It's about maintaining your autonomy over your own body and your future, ensuring that your wishes, your values, and your preferences are respected above all else. Consider the case of Maria, a vibrant woman who, after a fall, was facing a series of medical decisions. Her children, out of love and concern, began making choices for her, pushing for certain treatments and procedures they believed were best. Even when Maria expressed reluctance or a desire for a different approach, she felt her voice was being drowned out, her fears dismissed, and her personal comfort secondary to what her children perceived as the right medical path. Maria felt that she was no longer in charge of her own body, and this loss of control deeply affected her sense of dignity and peace during an already vulnerable time. She wanted to be involved, to understand, and to have her wishes respected. But the dynamic had shifted to one where decisions were made for her, not with her. To avoid this, it's paramount to have open and honest conversations with your children about your wishes regarding healthcare. including end-of-life care, medical interventions, and long-term care preferences, long before any crisis occurs. Appoint a healthcare proxy or power of attorney, but ensure they understand your specific desires and will advocate for your voice, not just their own interpretations or anxieties. Clearly document your wishes through advance directives, such as a living will, and make sure your designated proxy has copies and understands where they are. Regular reviews of these documents are also a good idea. Your right to choose or refuse medical treatment is fundamental, and it's a decision that must ultimately remain yours. Supported by your children, not dictated by them. From the important realm of health, we move to the equally vital aspect of your inner world, your emotional well-being and boundaries. This is about not letting your children's problems, dramas, or constant expectations continuously drain your emotional energy. It's about loving them, offering support, but not becoming their perpetual emotional landfill or problem solver, especially when they are adults capable of handling their own lives. In retirement, your peace of mind is incredibly precious, and it's something you must guard fiercely. I've seen many parents, wonderful parents like Susan, fall into this trap. Susan's adult children often came to her with their marital woes, financial struggles, or parenting challenges. Susan, being a loving mother, would listen for hours, offer advice, and often take on their burdens as her own. She'd spend sleepless nights worrying about their issues, feeling personally responsible for their happiness or failures. Gradually, her own life became secondary to their problems. She found herself constantly exhausted, anxious, and emotionally depleted, with little energy left for her own pursuits or relationships. Her own peace was sacrificed on the altar of perpetual maternal concern. And while her children loved her, they hadn't realized the toll their constant dependence was taking. To protect your emotional well-being, it's crucial to set clear emotional boundaries, offer support, listen with empathy, but recognize when you are absorbing their burdens rather than helping them find solutions for themselves. Encourage their independence in problem-solving. It's okay to say, "I hear you, and I love you dearly, but this is something you need to work through yourself. I trust you to find a way." You can offer a safe space to talk, but you don't have to carry the weight of their world on your shoulders. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you love your children any less. It means you are wisely managing your energy so you can continue to be a supportive presence in their lives without sacrificing your own precious emotional reserves. Your emotional health is the foundation of your retirement happiness. With emotional peace secured, let's think about the exciting possibilities that retirement truly offers and something you absolutely must protect your retirement dreams and hobbies. Many of us postpone our deepest desires that trip to a faraway land. Learning a new language, painting, gardening, or volunteering until retirement, promising ourselves that someday we'll have the time. It is vital not to let these long-awaited dreams be sidelined or disappear because of increasing demands or expectations from your children. My friend, Peter, always wanted to learn to paint landscapes. He dreamed of setting up an easel in his garden, capturing the beauty around him. When he retired, he enthusiastically signed up for art classes. However, his son, who lived nearby, began asking for frequent help with house renovations, then with car trouble, and eventually for almost daily assistance with various tasks. Peter, wanting to be helpful, found himself constantly canceling his painting sessions, feeling guilty if he wasn't available soon. His art supplies gathered dust in the corner, and his dream of becoming a landscape artist faded. He ended up feeling unfulfilled and regretful, realizing that he had given away the very essence of what he envisioned for his golden years. He had sacrificed his personal passions for his son's unending needs. To ensure your dreams flourish, prioritize them unapologetically. Schedule your hobbies, travel plans, and personal development activities just as you would any other important appointment. Communicate these plans clearly to your children. For example, "I'll be away for 3 weeks in October, traveling to visit those historical sites I've always wanted to see." Or, "On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have my painting class, so I won't be available during those hours." Encourage your children to be self-sufficient and to find alternative solutions for their needs when you are pursuing your own interests. Remember, you worked hard for this time. It's yours to enjoy, to learn, to explore, and to finally embark on those adventures you've put off for so long. Your dreams are valid, and now is the time to chase them. And finally, perhaps the most profound of all, is something that touches the very core of who you are and what you absolutely must never give away: your sense of self and identity. After decades of working, raising a family, and fulfilling countless responsibilities, it's incredibly easy to lose your individual identity, becoming solely defined by your role as a parent or grandparent. Retirement is a beautiful opportunity to rediscover who you are outside of those roles, to explore your unique personality, interests, and purpose. Giving this away means losing yourself to constant service or expectation, becoming an echo of your children's needs rather than a vibrant individual in your own right. I often think of Sarah, who, after retirement, immersed herself completely in her grandchildren's lives. While she adored them, her life became exclusively about school pickups, play dates, and supporting her daughter's busy schedule. She stopped seeing her own friends, let go of her beloved book club, and rarely engaged in conversations that didn't revolve around her family. Over time, she realized she felt a profound emptiness. She no longer knew what she enjoyed or what her opinions were on anything unrelated to her children or grandchildren. She had, without realizing it, given away her own distinct identity, becoming a supporting character in someone else's story. Instead of the vibrant lead in her own, her identity had become entirely intertwined with her role as a caregiver, leaving little room for Sarah. The woman, to prevent this, actively pursue new interests or rekindle old ones that are purely for your enjoyment. Spend time with friends who share your unique passions and engage in conversations that stretch your mind beyond family matters. Volunteer for a cause you believe in. Join a club, or take up a solitary hobby that allows you to connect with yourself. Reflect on your values and what truly brings you joy and meaning. Your identity is more than just mom or dad or grandparent. It's about the unique person you are, with your own thoughts, desires, and dreams. Nurturing this sense of self is not selfish. It's essential for a fulfilling and peaceful retirement. Now, taking a moment to reflect on these 7 crucial areas, it becomes clear that protecting your retirement isn't about being unloving or unhelpful to your children. On the contrary, it's about establishing healthy boundaries that ensure your long-term well-being, allowing you to be a more supportive and vibrant presence in their lives. By safeguarding your financial independence, securing your home and living arrangements, cherishing your daily schedule and personal freedom, asserting your healthcare decisions, protecting your emotional well-being, pursuing your retirement dreams and hobbies, and holding on to your unique sense of self and identity, you are building a foundation for true peace and lasting independence. Remember, setting these boundaries isn't a sign of selfishness. It's an act of self-preservation and self-respect. It's about ensuring you have the energy, the resources, and the peace of mind to truly savor your retirement years. When you are strong, independent, and fulfilled, you're actually a better resource and a more inspiring example for your children. Small changes, small conversations, can truly make a big difference in how you experience this wonderful phase of life. It's never too late to start claiming the peace and independence you deserve. I'm so curious to hear your thoughts on this. Have you faced similar situations? What strategies have you found helpful in maintaining your independence and peace of mind during retirement? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your wisdom and stories could be exactly what someone else needs to hear, offering comfort and practical guidance. If this video resonated with you, if it offered even a flicker of recognition or a moment of clarity, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. Your likes genuinely help our channel reach more people who might benefit from this message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to share more practical advice and encouragement to help you navigate and truly thrive in your later years. Remember, this chapter of your life is uniquely yours. Embrace it fully, protect your peace fiercely, and live your best life at every age. You've earned it. Until next time, take care.